Hi and welcome to another edition of The Big League, where we go one-on-one with the movers and shakers in Caribbean music. I am Sir Rockwell. Today, in studio with us, Everton Blender. Don't go anywhere, stick and stay. Welcome to another edition of Big League TV, where we interview the movers and shakers in the entertainment business in the Caribbean. Tonight we have one of the most successful artists to blend roots and culture and the dancehall vibe, none other than Everton Blender. Mr. Blender, thank you very much. Greetings.
Blessed love, man. See?
Now, take a step back to when you were on the sound with somebody like Garnet Silk. Did you realize that in 2006, Everton Blender would be a household name? And did you realize that we'd be here mourning the loss of somebody like Garnet Silk?
It's only the Almighty one know what will happen, you know. But right now, we always think of positive things about ourselves. Right. Even if we'd have to directly say it feel us, right, then, you know, we should say it feel. But we never go with that intention and say, well, I will feel yet.
Now, Garnet Silk, your relationship with him while you worked, was it one of just on sound system, or was it a personal friendship you had?
Well, right now I met him on sound system when I was singing on Destiny Sound, and you know, his individual linked up with Bobo. Cause when I was when I did my first song, 1980, Where Is Love, and I did before Where Is Love or after Where Is Love, I think I did my next song for Harry J. Want a Jumbo Jet. Then in 1985, I did the next song named Baba Black Sheep.
Something that always comes to mind when I speak to recording artists. You mentioned these records. Do you yourself have every song that you've recorded?
No,
Is there one that you wish you had?
Lift Up, like the song that I called a while ago. I don't.
Baba Black Sheep.
Baba Black Sheep. I know Bridget can get a copy from me, and I know Where Is Love.
Do you ever listen to some of your earlier?
Well, a long time I hear them, you know, because the other day.
I wonder about that after
the other day I was in New York, and this Bridget bring a CD come and said to me, say, hey, listen to that song, you know that song, yeah? And I hear, want a jumbo jet, me want a jumbo jet.
Did you recognize it was you though?
Yeah, I said, wait, I would have voice there, but then again, we say, but what me a sing, man? Yeah. So I give a find out now, say, I did that song on the, them time they used to have the computer rhythm.
The first highlight that comes to you, if I were to ask you, the highlight for this, would it be per year, or is there a moment that stands out for Reggae Soca Music Awards for you?
Well, there's some things that I never forget because of the fact that they have the articles that came out about it after the event, you know, talked about something that didn't even click to me. One year was a year when we honored Sly and Robbie. You know the musicians, when you're in a place full of music, you get the vibes. Sly and Robbie was on stage accepting their award, and the vibes were so right they decided to play. So they got on the guitar and got on the drums. Willie Linder, who was also in the audience, who has not played with Sly and Robbie for how much 100 years, got on stage. Michael Russell, who was the original member of Black Uhuru, who played with Sly and Robbie from the days of Black Uhuru, got on stage, and when the article came out, they said they were all together for the first time in almost 12 years. Michael Rose, sorry. And it happened at the Reggae Soca Music Awards.
What year was that?
Oh my God.
That must have been somewhere in the first six.
No, it was either the 9th or the 10th year.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was really great.
The multi-million-dollar question.
Mm-hmm.
Women in the business that don't want to be one-dimensional, that doesn't want to be just a backup singer or just a lead vocalist, that is blessed with the talent or even just the will to learn instruments, to get into production, to do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they go? What do they do? What are they? Is it something that you would even recommend? Is the fight too hard?
There's no school for that. It just has to inner you, the determination. Nothing not supposed to stop you. If you have a determination for drive a car, you know, you're going to do it, right?
Do you think that, as you alluded to before, the pretty girls get pigeonholed into lead singer? The not so pretty girls, according to the marketing specialists, get background singer or dancers or
Yeah, oh yeah.
or,
Oh yeah.
you know, or the video girl or but then as you said, you walk around with this passion. You walk around with this burning. You go to work doing the 9 to 5 of a background singer, but as you say, they're screaming on the inside. How do they get this out? It's just a matter of letting it out. Because you know the struggle that you had.
I still do.
You screamed silently for a long while.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and still I do, still, you know.
Right.
'Cause you have to know when to hold them, you have to know when to fold them. I'm not ready for fold them, you know. I just start to hold them.
You did soul reggae for a year and a half.
Right.
And as you said, it was a learning process.
It was a learning process.
It was very time consuming.
Very time consuming because we were learning engineering at the same time too.
Now let's talk a little about that. You transitioned from guitar player to producer. But the producer you had was a mental producer. You kind of knew what the project should sound like. Now you actually had to do the hands-on learning of the technology at that time.
Yeah, because you being a producer, you have to have a little bit of idea about every little bit of every little thing.
Right.
Little engineering, you have to understand that because you have to tell whosoever the engineer is or the arranger that you're working with, this is how I want it. You must have some idea about music too.
Right.
That you can tell the arranger, no, I don't want it that way, I want it this way. And he's going to put it down on paper for you. But you are the guy who set the music, how it is supposed to be, set the whole idea, set the mix, how it is supposed to be, whether wrong or right.
Do you remember what year we're looking at as far as when you made that full step into learning the board, for lack of a better term?
I could be about 76.
Now we're
About 76.
20 years ahead. How much has the studio changed from 76 to 2006?
Holy. Holy. Holy, believe
What
me.
did a studio comprise of in 76?
76? We just started to have 24 track studios. We had before 16 tracks. So in 76, Aquarius was the only 24 track studio.
Okay.
And that's where we did various songs. That was new to us. But it was good because they had more tracks to play with.
Right.
You understand? So, and then a studio would have possibly a reverb unit. They used to have these big reverb, plate reverb units in room, spring reverb, stuff like that.
Which
So it
has
was
been replaced now by
with all sorts of stuff.
all kind of whiz
all sorts of stuff. I mean, you have every description of reverb now. You can do anything with it. Gated reverb, short, long. In those days, you had to cut your time, you dedicate time on the reverb. You had to figure out a way to work those things. And you didn't have any. We didn't have any gates or stuff like that, or you had compressors, certain, just compressors. But that was about it.
Joe Gibbs had a sound. Treasure Isle had a sound. Coxon had a sound. Now comes Willie Lindo with his own studio. Was there a sound that Willie Lindo was looking for? Did it matter?
No, not seriously, because the whole thing is the song. The song will tell you the sound that you need for that song. So I don't pick a particular sound because I'm working with different songs. And different songs, you're going to have to put different sounds.
Well, that's a wrap for another edition of The Big League. I want to thank you for joining us this hour. And of course, Everton Blender. And as usual, I got to let you know, through the Father, all things are possible. If you don't believe that, believe this. The Titanic was built by professionals, the Ark by amateurs. My name is Sir Rockwell. Have a blessed week.